Hello everyone, welcome back to this video. So this is a part 2 of interview prep series. We have started a very new series, that is interview prep series. Here we will be dealing with different tech stacks. Currently we are dealing with React. So we will be discussing some potential very important interview questions and their answers. So here what you have to do first, watching this video, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe this video if you are liking these videos. And if you're liking the series, please do let me know in the thread, in the comment section, so that we can bring more such series in the future. So let us get to this first question now. So the first question is, explain the concept of JSX in React and its advantages. What you can do, you can stop the video here for a few seconds and think about the answer. Let us move on to the answer now. So JSX stands for JavaScript XML. It is a syntax extension that allows mixing HTML with JavaScript and React components. Its advantages include readable syntax. So JSX made the code more readable, understandable, especially for those familiar with HTML. Second, it has a performance. So it is highly optimized and compiles to JavaScript. So it provides the performance benefits. Thirdly, it prevents injection attacks. So it uh, prevents any injection attack by escaping any user input embedded in JSX. So if we just want to summarize this answer for better readability and for better understanding, what we can say, it is a JavaScript XML. So what is JavaScript XML? Does that we can write HTML into our JavaScript code in React. So what are the benefits of it? So we talk about, since we are coding in JSX and React, so it makes it highly readable and easy to understand for those who are very familiar with HTML. Secondly, whatever the code that we write in React in JSX, it compiles to JavaScript with something called as Babel. So we will be dealing about Babel later on, but yes, for now you can remember like with something called Babel that will compile it to JavaScript and provide the performance benefits. Thirdly, the most important, it prevents the injection attacks so that whatever the user has input, it embedded in JSX can be escaped from it. Second question is, what are React hooks? How do they differ from class components? So you can pause this video for a second and think about the answer. The answer is, React hooks are functions that let you use state and other React features without writing classes. They were introduced in React 16.8 and provide a more functional approach to working with React. It is different from class component in a manner like class component use lifecycle methods like component did mount, component did update. While when we talk about hooks, it use state and use effect so that functional component can also use state and perform side effects. So if we want to remember it in short or readability, for better readability, let us understand the crux of it. So the answer is like it provides the function. There are some React hooks like use state, use effect, and what does they do? It allows us to like use the state, allows us the state management without writing the classes. When it was introduced in 16.8, and since before that we are writing it without classes, so it's majorly the functional based programming, and therefore we call it as more functional approach to work with React. Coming to its differences with class components, like a class use lifecycle method like component did mount and component did update. But when we talk about like hooks like use state, use ref, use effect, so they allows us to manage the state as well as perform side effects. Coming to the next question, how does React router work and why it is used in React application? You can pause the video for a second and think about the answer. Answer is, React Router is a powerful routing library for building React applications. So it enables navigation among different components in React application. It uses component-based approach for routing, allowing developers to declaratively define routes and their corresponding components. React Router helps in creating single page application where different components are rendered based on the URL, providing a seamless user experience similar to traditional multi-page application. So for better readability, let us understand the crux of whatever is written here is first of all, React Router is a routing library. So what is routing? As you know, like routes are different like ways or paths. So it is like navigating you. So whenever you provide the routing, it provides you navigation like you have to move to this component, you have to move to that component. So it we have to if there should be something written like if this path belongs to this component, that path belongs to that component. So what we do, we define the routes and their corresponding components. In this way, we are able to make single page application like React, and because different components are rendered according to the URL. So this way we use React Router, and React Router is highly powerful in React JS. Coming to the next question, what is the significance of keys in React list and why are they important? You can pause the video for a second and think about the answer now. The answer is keys in React list are a special attribute that help React identify which item have changed, been added, or been removed in a list. They assist React in efficiently updating the UI by providing a hint about the identity of the elements in the list. Keys should be unique among siblings, aiding React in distinguish between components, thus optimizing rendering and updating process. So when we talk about the React keys, so why do we use React keys? Because it provides something as identity to whatever the items are there. So if we use a map function and we provide multiple items, so what does keys do? It provides an identity to each and every rendered element. So whenever it provides us a way, like if you know the ID, if you know the key, so it makes it easy for the React to update or change or add any element to the list. So when we say about keys, it provides like hint. What kind of hint? Because it is an identity to the element, so it provides like which component has to be changed. Also, it should be unique so that React can easily distinguish between different components, different elements, and therefore it optimizes rendering and updating process. Now coming to the next question. So describe the concept of conditional rendering in React and how it is achieved. You can pause the video for a second and think about the answer now. So the answer is condition rendering in React involves selectively rendering components based on certain conditions. It is achieved by using JavaScript condition statements or the ternary operator within JSX to determine whether a component should be displayed or not. For instance, if using if statement, ternaries, and logical operators, you can conditionally render components based on state, props, or any other variables in your React components. So when we talk about condition rendering, so what does that mean? It means like do you have multiple components and you use conditions to determine like which component should be rendered at what condition. Like you have to true and false. So if the condition is true, that means that component will be rendered. If it is false, some other components might be rendered at that time. So how do we achieve it? We need a condition statement, or we can directly use ternary operator within JSX to achieve this. So what are the different examples and how do we achieve this is using strict if statement, ternaries operator, or logical operator. So these are the three things by which we can achieve this conditional rendering, and this helps in uh, rendering the components based on a certain conditions. Yeah, so this was the end of this questionnaire, and if you like this video, please do not forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel, as well as do write down in the comment what are your favorite topics that you want the video to be done, and also let me know like if you're liking this video, so what is the favorite part and what are the things that can be improved. Yeah, thank you guys for be at the last till the last moment, and hope to meet in the second next lecture. Thank you.